Greetings and salutations. Welcome back to another round of the Groggy Donkey. I am Jacob, the founder and editor-in-chief here at the Groggy Donkey, and I am the Dungeon Master tonight. Wah, 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 wah. Anyway, tonight on Fox. I don't know.
I was about to say cops. I'm glad you.
Yeah, the word for some reason escaped me. But anyway, I'm super excited to announce the newest member of the Groggy Donkey, Matt. Matt, why don't you go and say hello?
Yay! Hello. I'm Matt, and I'll be playing Zarkan Lorabos, who is a ranger soldier.
Wonderful.
Ooh.
Awesome. Who else am I joined by tonight? Why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves?
Oh, hi, it's me, Morgan. You know me. People know me, right?
Yeah.
I feel like people know
Hopefully
me.
by now they know you.
I'm playing Vega. But who's Vega? Nobody knows that question.
Nope. Nobody knows.
Does Vega know who Vega is?
Oh, Vega. Oh, shit. Maybe?
Is Vega about to have an
Good question.
existential midlife crisis?
Yes. Yes, he is. Thank you. Writing it down.
Awesome. Who else am I joined by? Don't
I guess I'll
everybody
go
jump
first.
at once. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I guess I'll go first. Talia, I am playing Astryn Hensley, the roguish person who apparently likes to become unconscious a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
That's because you like to be in danger a lot.
Yeah.
The amount of natural ones that I have rolled in this campaign is insane.
It's kind of uncanny. And who are you?
I am Kristen, and I play Harold. Just Harold.
Fantastic.
I really don't think that's true. I'm pretty sure Harold is more than just Harold.
Well,
Just Harold.
Peel back the layers.
time will tell. Time will tell whether that's true or not. But I'm going to do a little recap right now for you guys. So last time on the Gatekeeper Chronicles, the party was, well, I should say, Vega and Astryn, along with the two DMPCs, Saren and Arduan, the Pandrax, were in the Temple of Astraltpia, and they had gone to the temple to gain information about an evil entity named Craystar. They forged a path through the dangers of the temple, several puzzles, several encounters with some monsters, and they eventually made it to the inner sanctum. Meanwhile, Harold was in Hex and Vorup, biding his time waiting for the repairs of the land cruiser that had a vehicle malfunction, an engine malfunction, about a day and a half prior. We're going to pick up with everyone inside the temple. So,
Oh, boy.
Vega and Astryn, you've successfully navigated through the puzzles, this flooded chamber, and have found your way into the inner sanctum. I described the inner sanctum as a large chamber. It had a giant statue of Astraltpia on the far side. There were some pillars and some pews and those purple glowing orbs on the walls. And on the far end, it's standing in front of the statue of Astraltpia, where like the lectern or the pulpit was. There was a man wearing dark robes with a hood up, and there were like purple accents on the robes. And he turned around and he congratulated you for making it into the inner sanctum. And so I'm going to turn it over to you guys. What is it that you want to say to this individual? Knowing your task at hand and what it is that you hope to accomplish, go for it.
Astryn's gonna
Arduan.
walk up.
Arduan, do you know this man?
No, we have never met.
That's all the questions I asked.
Astryn's going to hand on her pistol, and she's going to kind of walk up a little bit, like in a defensive stance, and then knowing the obvious answer to this question, but still asking it anyway, she's going to be, are you the Priest of Astraltpia at the temple?
Yes, I am the Priest of Astraltpia, here of the sect of Wogixera. Who are you?
I am Astryn.
Greetings, Astryn. What brings you to the temple?
So we just went. Well, we just went through all that, and all we really came for was some information on some Craystar guy.
Craystar. Yes. I know of whom you speak. My children, come. Gather closer. Hold my hand. He
Astryn's
extends
gonna,
both of his hands out.
very,
I do not
very
take his hand.
cautiously, very
He
cautiously
sounds
touch your hand.
pervy.
Not like grab it, just like touch it. Just
Saren and Arduan will also complete this hand-holding circle. Vega, you stand outside.
Damn it. I'll take Hansley's and Saren's hand. I will not touch him.
So he closes his eyes and you feel this overwhelming presence just kind of wash over all of you. And it takes you back in time. You get this vision as though you're just some sort of ethereal sight, like a pair of ethereal eyes that's like flying through time and space. And it goes back to the very beginning. And there's like, I don't want to say that there's a narration to this, but you have the understanding of what's going on and who's involved in each scene that you see. And the first thing that
it could be the priest guy narrating.
He's not actually talking to you. You just get this vision and know what's going on, and he's directing that.
Oh.
So
Cool.
It goes back to the very beginning of time, when the gods were created. The gods are created beings, and they were made by an entity called the Ultimate Being. Nothing else is... You don't see anything about him. There's no features. There's no description about him. You just see like a light, and you know that this is the Ultimate Being. And you see him with a hammer in one hand and is standing in front of an anvil, and he's pounding into the anvil with his hammer, and he's forging the gods. You also see one of his creations, Tiberius, a very tall, bluish humanoid creature with 4 arms and these 2 black horns that come off the top of his head. And you know that Tiberius is the god of creation. And so he was gifted powers that are similar to that of the Ultimate Being, the ability to create. And you see Tiberius forming a planet. And you see the planet, and for everyone that is a part of this, you know that this is Drazobertala, which is the home of the dwarves. Now, currently. But something happens. Something goes wrong with this planet. And it's not destroyed, but he's forced to leave it and make a new one. And you see him fashion another planet, and it's kind of rocky, and it's kind of dark. And this planet, did get destroyed. This planet is called Nork. It ended in disaster, and it was destroyed.
Not like this, Jacob. Please, not like this.
And then you see the Ultimate Being make another creature. But this one's not a god. And this one is also large, and it has horns. This one has wings and double-jointed legs. This is Craystar. Craystar was made to be a helper to the Ultimate Being, and he helped to make the gods. He was involved in that process. After the gods were made, Craystar stayed by the ultimate being's side for years. And you see him stepping out one day to go visit the gods, to go visit his master's creation, to check on them, to see how they're doing. And you see there's this feeling, this emotion of just shock and abhorrence and hatred for the gods. Because the gods hold no allegiance to the ultimate being. They don't worship the ultimate being. They don't hold any reverence to him. They don't commune with him. They went out to do what they were designed to do, but they don't listen to the ultimate being. And Craystar hates this. He finds this wrong. He finds this a fallacy. And he pleads with them to bend their knee to the ultimate being. And they laugh at him and tell him, no, we're doing what we were made to do. Just as you are doing what you were made to do. And Craystar goes back to his realm. And he begins to, you see him formulating a plan. You feel these emotions, this revenge, this desire to control, this burning passion and hunger to rein in the creation of the ultimate being's creation, the gods. And you see Astraltpia come to Craystar. And they commune with one another. And she pleads with him to find another solution other than destroying the gods. She offers a solution. Astraltpia will bear Craystar's children, and they will replace the gods. And she will be the mother of the new gods. They have several children together, but they do not... There's something off about them. You don't really get or understand what it is, but you get there's this emotion of they don't have the same abilities, the same godlike powers that they were supposed to have, so they can't replace the old gods. They will not be the new gods. And that passion, that hatred rises up again in Craystar, and he sets out again to try to steal the God Forge, to be able to reforge the gods. But then you see faceless adventurers, faceless unknown beings, a dragon, there's a god in there, and they're able to wrangle and capture Craystar. And you see him locked away inside of a cage. And you see him then begin to pound on that cage. And then as your vision and your senses come back to you, you wake up inside of the inner sanctum to the Temple of Astraltpia. And the high priest, he lets go of your hands, and he takes a step back, he folds his arms inside of his sleeves, and he just remains silent.
Astryn's going to rub her eyes a little bit, and then like her temples, trying to make sense of everything that she just saw. And she's going to kind of just out loud kind of speak her thoughts and be like, so Craystar isn't really a bad guy, he's just jealous?
Roll an insight check. I will allow you to roll either an insight or a religion check.
Rolling really low again, 6.
With a 6, I would say that you aren't able to insight anything additionally to the way that you're feeling.
Okay, that was the religion roll.
Oh, that was religion? Okay.
Yeah, it was religion. Either way, I mean, it's similar in the fact that like I'm trying to use my religious knowledge to insight this.
Fair enough. Vega, how are you feeling about what just happened?
Vega is feeling disconnected and maybe slightly uninterested in this.
Oh, really? Okay.
And you see him kind of brush this off and say, yes, the fighting and squabbling of the gods. It's all very impressive. But everything I'm familiar with at this point.
Astryn's then going to ask the priest guy, so what would my role as a gatekeeper be?
The priest kind of tilts his head at you, and I don't know anything about the gatekeepers.
So,
Have I heard of anything about the gatekeepers?
Roll a...
I don't know if my order would care about that. They might.
So your conversation that you had last night with Arduan, he basically told you that you are a gatekeeper.
Right.
How familiar you are with the gatekeepers?
I mean, I come from a monastery.
Right.
I come from a religious order. Is there any possible way that I've heard of anything like this before?
Roll a history check.
I'm sure Vega's like, yeah, the history of the gods is filled with a shit ton of turmoil, and I never knew this about Craystar, but
yeah,
that's just the way shit is.
Yeah, roll a history check or
Let's take
a
look.
Religion check.
Oh man, I almost had like a 20 some odd. Instead, it flipped over to the 3, so I only roll a 5. That was a history, by the way.
Unfortunately, you don't know.
Oh, can I roll religion? Oh, dude, I should have rolled religion. I'm at a +5 with religion.
Oh, do you want to add your religion to that instead?
Would you allow me to do that?
I will allow it.
Thank you for the reroll. Wow, really not much better. I rolled a 4. That's a total of 9. God, that was awful.
Oh,
okay, well, maybe I'm just not meant to know this information, Jacob.
I guess not. I will say this: you get the feeling that you might have come across the term gatekeeper before, back at the monastery on the planet, on the moon where you studied, but yeah, you know nothing else about it.
Ooh, here's a good question. Do I think my religious order's leaders would know anything about it?
You get the feeling that if anybody's going to know more, based off of your background and your history, you get the feeling that your monastery leaders, those archmonks, if you will, might know more.
Sure.
You get the feeling that there's a good chance that they'll know more.
We probably have a library at the order.
Oh, yes.
There we go.
I'm gonna ask the guy, because obviously he says he didn't know what the gatekeeper's role is. I'd be like, so from my understanding, what the gatekeepers are to do is to keep, they're to prevent Craystar from breaking out of his cage, or put him back in, maybe something like that.
Arduan chimes in.
How do we do that? Yeah, what does Arduan say?
Well, actually, I'll answer.
Yeah, we call on Arduan.
So,
we call on Arduan. Yes, Arduan, please.
Arduan says, Craystar has broken out of his cage. That has been confirmed.
Did we know that?
Astryn should have known that.
Oh,
Yeah, I knew that.
Astryn.
It's more or less just asking the priest guy, trying to call him on his bullshit, because I think he knows more about this than he's letting on.
Sorry, I smacked into the arm of my microphone. Does Astryn really feel like this guy knows a shit ton more?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to
I mean,
think.
we were sent here for a reason.
I don't have intimidation, but I do have persuasion. Can I try to persuade the guy to try to give us a little more information if he knows more about it?
Absolutely. Go ahead. Roll a persuasion.
Whee!
Ooh, I have a +8.
Wow! I'm rolling like high garbage.
Wow.
Hot garbage. That was a 2 for a total of 8.
What do you say to him?
I say to him, "Monkey, if you know anything more, you need to tell us."
I have given you all of the information that Astraltpia has given to me. I know nothing further.
Astryn's going to take it a step further, and
Insight check.
I'm also.
While you do that,
Yeah, roll an insight check.
Yeah, I'm also going to try
let's
to
go.
persuade him to, but not in necessarily giving us information, because he seems dead set on the fact that he doesn't know anything. I'm going to try to persuade him to let us talk to Astraltpia directly.
Jacob, that's a 24.
Vega, he's not lying to you.
Okay. There's nothing more that Astraltpia can tell us, is basically what he's saying, right?
Yes.
Okay. I might throw an offhanded comment at Hansley and just be like, Hansley, he's not lying. I don't think he knows anything more. Neither does Astraltpia.
But if Astraltpia had his children, she would know a lot about Craystar.
Vega kind of like looks at you like, if Astraltpia could help more, don't you think she would have done something to stop this? Clearly she can't.
It sounds like she didn't really willingly want to involve herself with Craystar.
Regardless of whether she wants to or she can, it doesn't matter.
So we really didn't come up with very much information except for about Craystar.
Apparently not.
I turn to the priest and I'm going to say, so how does one stop Craystar from his endeavors a second time?
The priest thinks for a moment. If I was to surmise a way to defeat Craystar, I would say finding him would be your first step, and killing him would be your second step. There may be a way to do that with the God Forge. It was the instrument of his creation, and there may be a way with his children.
Who are his children?
Entities of immense power, scattered throughout the worlds, hidden away, locked away. I guess
very vague, my friend.
if you would like to speak to Astraltpia, I can try to... I will commune with the goddess. And you watch the priest. He walks over to a bowl and he picks up a knife and he cuts his finger and he drops it into a very oily looking liquid that's inside the bowl. And he begins to pray and to chant. And we're going to cut over to Matt.
Yay!
Yes. Okay.
All right.
We hadn't discussed how I enter the story, so I'm interested.
It's exciting, right? Okay, so
Yeah, it is.
Zarkan,
Yes.
you step off of the bus, or excuse me, you step off of a shuttle that has landed in New Liran, right? What planet did so you just came from another planet, and we didn't quite discuss what planet that was, but I think based off of your backstory, I do know which one it was.
Okay.
So you step off of the shuttle that just flew you here to Wargixera. You get off the ship. You're in the docking bay area. You're in the port, the spaceport, and you know, based off of the communication that you've had, that your good buddy Luca is here in the city. I didn't tell you this prior to, but every player here has like a communication device, i.e. a cell phone.
Okay.
As we've learned through just roleplay, it can take pictures and it can voice record as well.
Mm-hmm.
So if you would like to, you can reach out to Luca, or you can explore New Liran.
Well, considering my character's very like just point and shoot kind of character, so I'm here. I know what I'm here to do. I'm going to contact Luca.
Okay. You're going to call him? You're going to text him? Like, what's the deal?
I'm going to try to text him, but I'm going to accidentally call him.
Okay.
Nice.
So you go to text him, you accidentally call him, and he picks up and he's like, "Hello? Who is this?"
Oh, sorry. I wasn't sure where the noise was coming from. I meant to text you. Sorry, this is Zarkan.
Zarkan?
Yeah, Zarkan. You don't remember me?
Zarkan, I remember you very well. I didn't. Where are you? What are you doing?
I'm on Liran.
You're in New Liran? Well, hot damn. Where at?
I just got off the shuttle.
What district are you in? And
Did you say it was Wargrek Sarah?
you are actually gonna be, so Wargixer is the name of the planet. New Liran is the city.
Okay. Thank you.
You are in Fairview Halls.
Okay, I just got off in Fairview Halls.
Hey, stay right where you're at. I'm gonna come get you. All right.
Is there any like food places around me, like one of those, like a ramen hut or something?
So actually,
Shit, yeah.
there is a place nearby called McBurger Castle.
I feel like we talked about this.
We did,
I can't help but
yeah.
feel like we talked about. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Burger Castle.
Yep. So there's a little building near the spaceport, and it's a rectangular building. It's got kind of like a white exterior with some blue accents, and then there's a big it looks kind of like a little castle up on top with a big burger sticking out of the top of the castle, and a sign obviously that says McBurger Castle.
I thought it was going to be a castle made out of burger.
That's the play place.
Let's go! Oh, it's got one. Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh my
Of
goodness.
course it has one. What do you take me for? Communist?
Damn it! Should have played a small character.
So do you go into McBurger?
Yeah. I'll go in there and I'll get a bugbear burger and well, I don't know what would be on the menu. I should ask you.
Well, so
that.
the menu is really simple. It has a burger, which you could get with cheese. Make it a double or make it a triple. I have prices for these two, by the way. They have the chicken sandwich, which they also have the upgraded version, the Club Deluxe, which comes with like lettuce, tomato, and a pickle. And then they have fries and then drinks, small, medium, and large.
I'll just order one of the double with without any fries or drink.
Okay, so a double, no cheese.
No cheese.
All right, so a double is going to be 7 silver pieces.
Okay.
Damn.
That's expensive.
What the fuck?
It's space, okay? Inflation.
These are space burgers.
Yeah, these are
that's right.
Spaceflation. Bergflation, yeah.
Bergflation. Gosh.
It's made out of exotic meat from the planet of like
Yeah, it's synth meat, okay?
synth meat. Yeah.
So you get your double burger, and you find a little seat by the window, and as you look out into New Liran, you see, I mean, it's a futuristic city, so there's tall buildings, and now Wargixera and New Liran, specifically the capital city here, it's a very wealthy planet, but they've always kept their buildings, they're tall, but not super tall. So you're not going to find monolithic skyscrapers that shoot up, thousands of feet into the sky, like, what's that Star Wars play, Coruscant, They're not just that tall, but they are, tall buildings, and it's a very clean city. It's very beautiful. There's a lot of white and like off-whites in the architecture. There's a lot of like blue and gold accents to the buildings.
Zarkan absolutely hates this.
Why does Zarkan hate this?
It's too clean. That's not what he's used to.
That's fair.
So this isn't like a hive city, right? Where it's literally just all city.
No. Because the New Liran is on the same planet as the jungle that the temple is in.
Oh, fair enough.
So, yeah. But after a short span of time, you see a tall bugbear wearing a blue leather vest and some like greenish khaki pants walk in, and you know this to be your good buddy Luca.
Have you all seen Commando? Or no, it wasn't. I can't remember if it was Commando.
It was Predator. It was definitely
Thank you,
Predator.
yeah. Luca, you son of a bitch. Just like, put my arm up.
Luca, are you shaking his hand or like giving him a hug?
No, it's that
Doing
like,
the biker high, like the biker handshake, right? Grip
Oh,
the
yeah,
thumb
forearm.
and just fucking flex as hard as you can.
Yep, he does that. He grabs your hand, wrap around the thumb, real flexes his bicep, and he clasps you on the shoulder, and he goes, Zarkan, so good to see you. What brings you to town? And he sits down there with you.
I guess what I would say to Luca is I got out. I couldn't take it anymore. I'm free. And I'm looking for work.
Luca, you can see he's kind of a little misty-eyed, He knows what you've been through. And he gets it. He understands. And he says, well, I can't make promises, but I am the first mate on a starship, and we do odd jobs here and there from time to time. I could talk with the captain, a good friend of mine, and we've got space on the crew for one more. So whenever she gets back into town, she's running an errand right now. We'll have a conversation with her. We'll sit down and I'll give you good recommendations for sure. But I guess in the meantime, maybe you could come back with me to the ship and you could meet the only other member of the crew, Ranga.
I am completely fresh out of the fighting for the theocracy, so I will take. That sounds like a great first step.
Any first step away from the theocracy is a good step. Let me tell you that much.
Oh, I don't know if I mentioned in my introduction, I'm lizardfolk, so that's right. Probably important.
Yeah,
detail.
go ahead. Go ahead. Describe Zarkan. What he looks like and all that stuff like that.
So I have the charcoal scales, purple eyes. I'm 6'8", about 350 pounds, roughly 28 years, age, male. And then with I don't know if it's spikes or if it's hair, but it's green.
Well, I guess your spikes would kind of take the place of hair.
Right.
Could do feathers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
that'd be
You could do
cool.
feathers if you wanted
Let's
to.
do that.
Yeah. So feathers, green feathers for like hair.
Yep. Or
I dig it.
Kind of like a lime green.
Luca will get up. He's going to order himself a chicken sandwich, deluxe. And then he's going to grab a kid-sized burger for Ranga. And then
Kid size.
Nice.
he says, well, Zarkan, anytime you're ready, I'll take you back to the Bastard Star. And we'll just kind of wait, maybe play some cards or something like that while we wait. I don't know when Saren's supposed to be back, but should be any day now.
What could possibly earn a ship a name like that?
Brother, if you only knew. So the two of you, you leave McBurger Castle, and you start making your way through New Liran. And like I said, it's a beautiful city. It's very clean. You said you don't like this just based off of how clean it is. You're used to places that are a lot more scummy than this. You do pass by a section of town that Luca tells you is called Brewster's Gate, and that seems to be kind of the rough side of town. It's a little bit more dirty. It's a little bit more. The buildings are a little bit darker. It does seem to be kind of the outskirts, and where if you're going to find more ne'er-do-wells, if you will, probably Brewster's Gate. But he leads you up into the Falcox district, and he takes you to the landing bay that's at the palace, and he leads you up to it, and you see this ship. It's kind of a medium-sized ship. It's got kind of an ovular structure up top with a V-shape base, and he leads you up inside of it into the cargo area, where you see a small goblin. Well, goblins are small, but you see a female goblin, and she's kind of tinkering on a broken robot. Zarkan, roll me a history check with advantage.
13. And I have a +1 to that, so 14.
Okay. Well, that was your first roll. Go ahead, roll again.
That would be 17.
Perfect. So you recognize this robot.
Oh.
This is a battle droid that's used by the Xionagar Theocracy. And specifically, you know that it is a combat intelligence network droid.
Okay.
Oh god, it's a Syndroid.
Syndroid?
Yeah. CIN. Combat Intelligence Network Droid. A Syndroid.
Yep, combat intelligence network droid.
I almost thought kind, but with a C.
Oh, interesting. I didn't think about it like that. But Luca, he says, Zarkan, oh, this is Ranga. Ranga, this is Zarkan. He's an old friend of mine from my days back in the Theocracy.
I just lower my head, and close my eyes respectfully. Sort of the hello.
Ranga climbs up onto a table that's nearby to get as close to eye level with you as she can. And she grabs a wrench and she puts it in your face.
Oh, up to my nose?
Yeah. You'd better not be a goddamn spy. I'll fucking kill you.
Luca, you want to back me up here?
Luca puts his hands up and he says, Ranga, I calm down. And he picks her up and puts her inside of one of the right there next to the droid. And he's like, he's fine, trust me. He escaped just like I did. You gonna throw a wrench in my face and threat to kill me? Well, she just starts muttering in Goblin as she continues to fix this droid.
How'd you guys come about a droid like this, anyhow?
Well, about a week ago, we got attacked by some Theocracy dudes up on Bentar. And they had this feller with them. Man, we shot it down, and Ranga decided she wanted to fix it up and scrap it.
Astryn asked her to do it.
Oh, yeah. Or one of our passengers, Astryn, kind of asked her to do it, but...
Do I know anything about these droids that I could potentially assist her in the repair of them from my time in the Theocracy?
Yes, we get to make... So for our listening audience, I made a custom skill called Technology. This is the first time that we're going to use it.
About freaking time.
Please roll a technology check.
And that should be in my list, just like history was.
Yep, it should be right there at the bottom, I believe, under survival. And you just click the button, just like for history.
Oh, there it is. Yep. That would be a 5. In character.
No, yeah, this is true to your character. Yeah, Zarkan, you were a soldier. You did fighting. You did the grunt work. You didn't really mess with technology. That was something above your pay grade. That wasn't one of your specialties. So you recognize it. You've probably worked with a Cindy before, but yeah, you don't know how to fix it. Now, all of its internal mechanisms are just foreign to you.
Could I roll a survival and see if I know anything about how they can malfunction and how it can really mess with the battle?
Sure.
That'd be an 11.
Okay. Let's see. So, you know that when a Cindy malfunctions on the battlefield, typically it happens whenever they've been exposed to certain types of radiations, or whenever they've taken enough damage, their internal core can become very volatile and can rupture and explode. Sometimes whenever they take damage, a piece of shrapnel might rocket through their body and damage part of their central processing core. And this can also cause some issues where Cindy might become forgetful or stutter or just might stop working. And you've seen that happen several times where a Cindy was shot or an explosion happened and a piece of shrapnel just like a missile went right through their brain core and caused some issues that way.
How many times have I had to correct that so that we could continue fighting efficiently?
I would say that you've probably learned a down and dirty, not by the books remedial action that you could do. Something akin to you just like shut it off.
Is it kind of like sports?
Like what?
Like sport for your weapon?
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah. So you know that if you were to turn the power off, turn it back on, turn it off again, and then like just pound on the heart, if you will, the heart of the creature, it'll jolt it and flip the power back on and should reboot it. But it'll put it in kind of a very low functioning state.
I ask Reika, how long have you been fiddling with this, and how close are you?
I've been at this for days. I just can't seem to get the stupid thing working. It's theocracy bullshit.
Did you already try turning it on and off again?
She looks at Luca with like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. I can't believe he just asked me look. But then she looks at you and says, well, no.
I lean down and I fiddle around and find the switch to do like the quick reboot, and then slam my fist down on his chest.
So as you slam your fist down on this droid's chest, you watch it jolt, almost as if you just what are those things called? The
AEDs.
Yeah, the AED, the paddles. Like you just just shocked the guy, and he like the robot like jerks up, and then it sits up. And you see its eyes come on, they flicker, and you see one of them kind of does that lazy doll eye kind of thing where it like starts to shut, close, and then opens back up. And you hear, you would recognize this because it is like lizardfolk dialogue, but it's like a more of a like a coding version of it, so you don't catch all of it, but it's just kind of going through some of its startup procedures and testing this and functions of that, and then it looks at you because you are a lizard folk, and it just, what is my directive?
Now you guys found the droid. What is it that you guys would like? What was your intention with this?
Ranga looks at Luca. Luca looks at Ranga and then goes, we should probably wait until Serenity gets back. I don't know anything about robotics. You know me, Zarkan. I ran a minigun for years. I don't know shit about robots.
You just witnessed the extent of what I know about robots.
Ranga, you're kind of the expert here.
These things got us in a load of trouble in the field.
Like radios.
Trying to steal my robot.
Yeah, it's that's true. It's kind of Astryn's at this point. So
You imprinting on my robot?
Ranga,
not me.
Ranga, why don't you just go ahead and shut that thing off, and we'll just wait till everybody gets back so we can figure out what to do with it.
Oh, fiddle with Hansley's settings. It'll be great.
I think it thinks I'm its mom.
Oh no! All right. So, Zarkan, you're on the Bastard Star, and you're just catching up with Luca and kind of getting to know Ranga a little bit. it doesn't take much to realize Renga is very, I don't want to say off-putting, but she's very hard to get to know. She's very abrasive, very in your face, very honest. Kind of keeps to herself. So, you guys go into like the living quarters, the common area of the ship, and you guys just kind of sit down, maybe have a beer, and just kind of kick back, relax, talk about the good old days. If you guys had any good old days, have some heart-to-hearts. And we're going to cut over to Harold.
Oh, boy.
Oh, shit.
Harold.
Did I take a long rest?
Yes.
Okay, so what do I roll?
So you are...
Yeah.
1d6 plus your constitution modifier.
Oh, my con modifier. Okay. 5, 6, 7.
Okay, so you can remove 7 from that.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I was worried for Harold for a moment.
Yeah, Harold was rough.
Harold was in a bad way, but you guys don't know anything about that yet, so that's fine. So Harold, you wake up. The jungle is coming alive, much as you've seen it do the past couple of days, as you've been sleeping outside
Yeesh.
under the stars. And you've had a strange conversation
Yeesh.
with your strange person.
Yeah.
And what is it that you want to do?
Well, it's day 2, isn't it?
This is day 2.
So the Land Cruiser should be done.
The Land
As
Cruiser
Sorvos?
should be getting close to done.
Okay. I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Disguise Self and then head back into the town.
Okay. So you cast Disguise Self, you're going incognito as Olnek?
Yep.
Okay, so you're cute old man?
Yep.
Alright, so you cast this spell on yourself and you now look like a cute old man. And you wander back into town. The first thing that you notice when you get back into town is that the ship that was parked at the landing bay is gone.
Oh, good.
So are you going to Sorvos? Do you want to go to Bayapos? Where do you want to go?
I'm going to go to Sorvos because I don't want to take any chances that one of them stayed behind. So I'm going to go to Sorvos, get the Land Cruiser, and get the hell out of there.
Okay. So you make your way to Sorvo's mechanic shop, Sorvo's service station, and you walk through, the little bell jingles, and Sorvo looks up and he greets you. Olnek, it's so good to see you again. What brings you in, friend?
Oh, Sorvo. Hello. I'm here to see how the Land Cruiser is doing.
Oh, well, it should be done. Probably another couple of hours or so. You come back around noontime, and I think Carmen and I will have it good as new.
Oh,
Well,
perfect. I'd like to make a little bit more on the payment as well while I'm here.
Sorvo, he kind of like lifts his glasses up and he looks down at his paperwork and he goes, "Oh my, yes, look at that. We never fully discussed your payment plan for the Land Cruiser. Oh my. Don't tell Carmen about this. She'll be very pissed."
Oh, it's okay. Your secret's safe with me.
So let's see. The Land Cruiser payment was 15, and you put 5 down, so you owe another 1,000.
I believe that's right.
How much are you looking to pay now?
Oh, I was going to do maybe another 3.
Another 300. All right.
Yes.
So that's 7 out of. No, that's 8 out of 15. Yeah, perfect. All right, I've made a note on your account, and whenever you're ready to pay the remainder balance, just let me know.
I definitely will. I shall be back at noon.
We'll see you then, Olnek. Until then, you take care of yourself, all right?
Have a good day, Sorvo.
You as well, Olnek. So, Harold, where are you going to go to now?
Oh, I guess Harold might be kind of hungry.
Okay.
He's gonna go get some food, maybe at the diner.
All right. So you make your way over to Bayapo's Diner, and you walk in. Bayapo's Diner, the space age version of a 50s diner car, you know, the chrome accents and the neon lights and the black and white checkered floor. You walk in. Do you sit down at the bar?
Yes.
You find a seat at the bar, and after a few moments, Bayapo comes over, an elderly elf woman, and she, what can I get you today?
Oh, coffee and eggs, please, dearie.
Coming right up. And she scuttles away. She comes back with a cup of coffee. She sets it down. She goes back in the kitchen to put your order in, and we will leave you there, eating dinner or breakfast, excuse me. And we're gonna jump back. We're gonna jump back to the Temple of Astraltpia.
Ooh.
The priest has finished calling on Astraltpia, and a fog swirls around the statue.
Hmm.
And you see the statue's face kind of come to life a little bit and like blink its eyes
Spooky.
and just looks down at the room and demands why she was summoned.
Oh, fuck. Are we getting Zeus right now?
Yes.
No, boy.
The priest is like prostrate and doesn't say anything. This is on you guys.
The Vega is not prostrate and doesn't say anything.
Let's see. So, Astryn is very much a one for pretending to butt kiss. So she's going to step up a little bit and take, one knee, and she's gonna say, great Astralpia, we have come to seek knowledge. Your faithful follower has given us what he knows, but we wish to know a little bit more about Craystar so that we may put him back in his cage. And considering your intimate relationship with Craystar, we figured you would be a great source of knowledge. If you should choose to uh, impart upon us this wisdom.
The statue tilts its head down at you. My faithful has done well to tell you everything that he knows. Craystar is a dangerous entity. Caging him was a mistake. He should have been destroyed. I went to Craystar in hopes to save the gods and to secure for myself a new future. Craystar's appetites cannot be sated.
Astryn's going to then look up again at the statue and say, I have cause to believe that we could gain access to destroy Craystar, and access to the God Forge by way of help from your offspring. However, we are unsure of who they are. If we might know their names, that might help us to be able to gain some insight on how to destroy Craystar.
My children were stolen from me at the time of their birth. I do not know my children. My spawns, if you will. Craystar kept them from me. I believe the answers you seek about my children lie in his mischief. And if you wish to seek out the God Forge, well, you'd have to speak with the keepers of that knowledge. And the path to the God Forge was stolen by Zolafna, my sister.
would we be able to gain access and company with Zalafna?
Why don't you ask the Zalaf Knight in the room?
I'm gonna look and turn to Ardawan, and then turn over to Vega, and kind of give them like a side eye. Like, all right, which one of you is the Zalaf Knight?
Vega just shakes his head no.
Arduan also shakes his head no.
I'm gonna look at Saren and kind of be like, you?
Oh, I don't follow any of the gods.
Surely not your priest.
Oh, wait. Never mind. Yeah. There's a lofty and shakes his head no.
I don't think I necessarily need to roll an insight check on that one because, I mean, Saren's kind of smart enough to know that she doesn't really know enough about Vega.
I'll roll my
Whatever.
eyes and step forward.
Okay, Vega, you can help us gain company with Salafna?
It's possible that I could, yes. I'm not going to. You and Ardawan need to return to Razakon. I indulged you in this little journey, but we're going back.
I turn and look at Astraltpia, and I say, would we be able to turn to you for any advice in the future?
The statue is silent. And still. And the fog dissipates.
Why am I not surprised?
Shit. Astryn's going to get a little bit miffed at this, and she's, going to stand straight up and stamp her foot, and then say, if it means stopping a great evil, why would you turn your back on your own kind?
Who is she? Is she asking this of Vega? Or
yeah, who is she talking
to?
To
Astraltpia. To Astraltpia.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
She's gone, Hansley. She's not listening to us anymore.
I'm going to...
Vega doesn't actually know that.
I'm going to try to make a deal with Astraltpia.
Okay.
To try to gain aid from her as we need it and when we need it, so that we may also keep in contact with her, because she obviously wanted to save the gods the first time, so that means the gods are also in danger again the second time, obviously. So she's kind of in self-preservation mode again, right? So I'm going to shout out again at Astraltpia, this time with determination, and I'm going to say, if I pledge myself to you for the next 3 years, or at least until we capture Craystar and destroy him, would you be available to us so that we may inform you of his whereabouts and our endeavors on trying to destroy him?
I kind of look at Astryn like she's crazy. What do you mean, kill the gods? Even the gods couldn't kill him. Why do you think you and I, or anyone else for that matter, could possibly?
It's a long shot, Vega.
We are just mortals. Shots.
We are just mortals. But if it is something that we have been chosen to do, then we need not only all the help that we can get, but we also need to stay focused on the goal ahead.
It sounds like you need all the help you can get.
That's the only way we can take him down.
I'm not interested in your damnable crusade against this god being. I have my own problems to deal with. You being one of them.
Me being your problem is the least of our worries. If Craystar is out to destroy everything and start anew, that would mean the end of your existence as well. I take my blaster from its holster and I set it on the altar, and I pick up the priest's knife and I slip my finger and I bleed into the little thing again. I'd be like, Astraltpia.
Astryn you feel a burning sensation, a white, hot pain that sears through your body. And it is focused mainly on your chest and stomach. Your body racks and writhes in pain as you drop to the floor. And go ahead and take...
Pissed her off.
11 points of damage.
I warned you. She's not listening anymore.
The pain subsides.
Okay.
The pain subsides. But you get the feeling that something has happened to you, to your body, physically, that you might be able to see at some point. But of course, that would require you removing your shirt, and it's, you probably don't want to do that right now.
Dungeon Master, I'd like to make a religion check. I'd like to make a religion check to see what the fuck?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and make a religion check.
Whee! Wow, I really don't know what the fuck. 8.
No, you're in a temple.
It's with a +5.
God.
Okay, I'm not.
Dude, that
my character is not an idiot when it comes to religion.
Gnarly.
Can I make an insight check on what Astraltpia meant by asking me?
Sure.
Because Morgan wants to roll above a 10. Oh, look, that actually happened this time. 11. Wow, yeah, there you go.
I'm going to say it's hard to incite a god.
Yep.
Right?
Sure.
But based off of what she said, if you want to gain access to the forge, you would need to be able to get there. And the path to the forge was stolen by her sister, Zolafna.
Is this something I would have known?
For that, I'm going to have you roll a history check.
Okay. Or religion? Question mark?
I'll allow it.
Whee! It's a 2! I'm really not supposed to know anything. No.
Nope. Yeah. No. Yeah.
No, I rolled for a total of 7. For a total of 7. I didn't roll now one.
With a 7, you are...
I think it's I'm pretty sure it's possible, right? Zolafnia's got a lot of skeletons in her closet, so I'm sure it's...
Oh, dude. Zolafna has a lot of skeletons in her closet, so...
Right. So I'll just chalk it up to one of those moments of, okay. I'm sure this is just one of the multitudes of secrets held. I'll chalk it up to that. I don't say any of this out loud, by the way.
Okay. What are you guys doing now?
After writhing in pain, I'm going to calmly walk over, pick up my blaster, or my pistol, put it back in my holster. I'm going to look at my finger and start sucking the blood off and just start walking towards the door.
Your finger's not bleeding. It looks as if there was never a cut there.
Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, but it's the phantom, the phantom cut,
Astraltpia.
Fair enough.
Astraltpia cast Boo Boo Be Gone. 9th level.
Yeah. Boo Boo Be Gone at 9th level cures all damage, all hit points, restores you to, gives basically the benefits of a long rest.
Other than
Boo Boo Be Gone is the next homebrew spell coming.
Other than the fact that she just did 11 points of damage to me.
Yeah, how are you looking, by the way?
Oh no, I'm good.
Okay. So
I'm down to 27 out of 38.
Okay.
That level up helped me a lot.
Do I see that there? Is she hurt at all? Like I see that or at all?
No.
Because if I do, I'm gonna toss her another body part from the salad.
Oh yes. Oh, Matt.
Yes.
They encountered a group of cannibalistic salads, and if you eat a portion of the cannibalistic salad, you gain, you could regain a hit die. So, you could roll a hit die and regain hit points. That's what he's referencing right there.
Oh my god.
I would ignore him.
The priest The priest looks at the four of you and kind of motions to an alcove that you didn't notice before, and says, "If you would like to exit the temple, please exit this way. It will take you to a secret entrance that us priests know."
Astryn kind of turns and kind of takes the, like, ooh, an easy way? All right, cool. Even though she was bound and determined to do the trials all over again, she's like, oh yeah, cool. All right, and then starts walking towards the alcove.
Do you follow Vega?
Yes, I'll follow.
As you make your way up the staircase, the priest calls out, "May the goddess of tombs and trials judge you accordingly." And then a door closes, and you guys have made it back out into the jungles of Fort Xera.
Yeah. Just as he's saying that, like, and the door is closing, I'm just gonna, like, turn side-eye and, like, flip him off as I walk away.
Now,
He was, like, a very little help. So, like, thank you, dude.
I know what you're talking about. He gave you guys a lot of information.
Yeah, he gave
He
us some
did.
information.
That's some juicy lore dump right there. But anyway, so as soon as you guys
Not what we
exit the
wanted to know,
temple,
though.
as soon as you guys exit the temple, you find yourself standing on top of like that caldera that the temple was in, and Vega, your communication device vibrates.
God, I answer it.
It's just a message, and it says, "Vega, you said that you were with some people that is not Astryn and Arduan. Who are all of these people? Please describe them to me." Signed, S.
Okay. Yep. I'll text her back the. Actually, I'm gonna flip a coin. Okay, I hold off on answering this message.
Okay. Astryn.
Yep.
You also have a message on your phone. It's from Luca, but as you look up after you've read the message, you see that Saren has also got the message. It was just Luca saying that he was trying to get a hold of Saren and couldn't, and was wondering if you were nearby.
Oh, okay. The Saren's already got it then. So.
But Saren did get the message, yes. Harold.
Yeah, okay, so she's probably replying.
Yeah, she's replying. Harold.
Yes.
It's noontime.
It's noon, my brothers. Yeah, go get the ship, the Land Rover, Land Range Rover, whatever we're calling it.
Okay. You enter Sorvo's. He gives you the keys to it. Excuse me. And you can leave with the Land Cruiser. Are you gonna head back to the temple?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I'm taking it and running. No.
Oh, okay.
I'm going back to the temple.
Okay. I said that would be an interesting twist, but yeah. Matt, we will get back to your character, I promise.
Oh, don't sweat it. I'm still learning the world.
Fair enough. So, Astryn and Vega, what are you guys doing? Where are you headed?
Well, I'm going to start walking towards Hexenbora.
Okay.
That way, at least, there's a little bit of space, like we've made some distance, and that way we don't, Harold doesn't have to come all the way to the temple kind of thing to pick us up.
You have service now. Do you want to try to contact Harold?
Yeah, I'll shoot Harold a message and be like, hey, what's the status on the Land Cruiser? We're going to start walking your way.
Does Harold have Astryn's number? Like, does he know it's Astryn messaging him?
I think we've talked about you guys communicating before.
Okay. Yeah, so Harold's going to look at the message and he's going to respond back, essentially saying, like, oh, what's the plan? Where are we going next? Do you want me to meet you at the temple, or are you guys coming this way? Like, what's the plan?
I'm going to reply back and be like, made it through temple. Will give you what we learned when we meet up with you, so that you don't have to go through all that. And if emojis exist or emoticons, I'm assuming this is kind of like one of those old phones where you have to like push the button like 40 times in order to get all your numbers. It'd be like like emoticon like grumpy face.
Harold will respond, "Oh, sounds like you guys had a lot of trials. I will see you soon. I'm headed out of Hexenvorup. I will be there to pick you guys up soon." That's pretty much what the message says.
Okay.
Cool. Astryn's just gonna be like, "See you soon."
All right. So we'll kind of fast forward time a little bit here. The walk to Hexenvorup from the temple, it's about a day. A drive from the temple to Hexenvorup, half a... well, hold on. Where you guys were walking, it was going to be... Yeah, so it's going to take you guys a couple of hours to meet up before you guys actually meet up. But you guys are able to meet up, and Harold picks you guys up in the Land Cruiser, and you guys begin to make your way back to New Liran.
On the ride there, I'm going to just dump all that knowledge that we learned onto Harold.
Okay.
Harold, do you have any input about this? Let's just say that any conversations that you guys want to have will kind of cover you guys driving back, you guys having to camp for the night, and then continue on to the next day.
Okay. Ooh.
So
I'm gonna read the notes that I took. This is me telling Harold what we
okay, cool.
What we learned. So Harold, you probably already know this part, that the gods were created by some ultimate being. We kind of saw him like in a vision. He kind of looked like a big thing of light. And he was forging the gods at this anvil thing. We saw Tiberius creating Drazel Bartera. And then for some reason was forced to make another planet, which I don't recognize this planet at all. I'm pretty sure that it no longer exists. It called Nork, I think is what they said. Anyway, the UB, he creates another being to help him, which ends up being Craystar. So I guess Craystar is like the helper to the UB, and he helped make the gods. So Craystar is like kind of a demigod, I guess. But he stayed with the UB, and then one day he decided to visit the gods, and he was kind of shocked and angry and abhorred that the fact that the gods didn't have any allegiance to the UB. And of course, they're like, "Oh yeah, we're just doing our own thing the way we were, created to do. You should do the same thing. Mind your own business." And Craystar is like, yeah, no way, guys." And so he pleads with them, but they tell him, "No, piss off." So Craystar, he's like, "You know what? No, I'm going to control the gods, or try to control the gods." Astraltpia came and pleaded with him to find another solution, and her solution to this would be like, "Hey, I'll have your babies, and I'll be the mother of the new gods, and our children can be the new gods instead of the gods that Tiberius, or I mean, that the UB created, And but turns out that the gods were not, I guess, or their children were not like good enough to be new gods. So he set out to go steal the God Forge, which I think is what that really cool anvil thing was that the UB was banging on. And then there were these faceless like beings that we saw. They captured. There was a dragon too, I think, in there, and he was captured and put into a cage. But he obviously was able to break his way out, which is where he's at now.
Well, that was quite a lot you guys ended up learning. I'm not even sure what to do with all of that. Would there be information in my book, Mr. DM, sir?
Harold, roll a history check. Actually, well, either history or investigation. If you're going to look through your book, we'll call it investigation.
Yeah, my
if you
guide
just
to deities.
Yeah, if you just want to try to remember something, we'll call it a history check. But yeah, if you're gonna like look through your book, investigation.
Yeah, I'm gonna look through my book. Okay, so for investigation, that's a 17 plus 5, so 17, 18, 19, 20, 22.
Unfucking believable. Anyway, so with the 22, you...
It's my little baby dice. I'm doing well with them. My little minis.
Anyway, with the 22...
They are definitely blessed by the D&D.
You find a little bit more about Nork and Drazobertala.
Okay.
So first off, Nork was a planet that was inhabited by a race that is no longer in existence called the Dunakari. And they were orc-like in appearance. Tall, kind of greenish skin, very muscular, and they were a very warring planet. The Dunakari they had this very rare thing in their genetic code where males were not a common born child. So there was a very large female to male ratio. And so when a male was born, they were seen as like a ruler. And for my Legend of Zelda fans out there, yes, I kind of borrowed this idea.
I was gonna say, dude, I was like, holy shit, dude, you are ripping off Koji Kar
yes.
right now.
Yes, I liked the idea, so I borrowed it and I adapted it to my world, which is nothing wrong with it.
That's a pretty good idea.
So shout out to the makers of the Legend of Zelda. Thank you for that. I think it's a great idea. Anyway. So the Dunakari, they warred and they warred.
Every good fantasy is a ripoff.
Oh, hell yeah!
Yes, it is. So,
I'm sorry, go on.
Because the fact that it's not that it's like there was just one male born every however many centuries, it was just they were rare. And so what would happen is there would just be this kind of turf war that would happen, and the planet was eventually destroyed by war. Drazobertala, on the other hand, not much is really known about it prior to the settlements of the dwarves in the newest era, when the stars and the planets of the galaxy were being settled. But the dwarves tried to make a home there, and some sort of disease struck the dwarven people, but it only affected the women of the dwarves. And so a lot of them got sick, a lot of them died, and in order to stop this from happening, the dwarves escaped the planet to like space stations around the planet, and they put all of the women in like cryogenic chambers in order to like stop the disease from spreading and stop it from killing them, and they're searching for a cure. And that's what you know about Drazobertala.
It's rock pox. We all know it's the
rock pox.
Yeah, it's the rock pox, dude.
So,
Oh no!
that's the information that you're able to find.
Okay, yeah, I share that with them. And I tell them about Sorvo, the cute little old man that I met in town, and how he fixed up the land cruiser for us.
Now,
and then I kind of look at Sarah and I go, is there any way, my dear, you could help with the funds of paying for this? I was able to put 800 gold towards it, but my pockets are limited.
Of course, Harold. I'll make sure to send some money to Sorvo service station, and I'll get that squared away for us.
Oh,
Thank you for covering what you did.
Of course. It's the least I could do for everything you've done for me.
Don't mention it, Harold. Harold, I would like for you to make one more check for me.
Yeah.
And we're going to call this an insight check.
Okay. Oh boy, I'm nervous. 14 plus 2.
Oh, you should be.
16.
The question that you asked me surreptitiously on a piece of paper.
Yes.
Did
he hear it? Everything?
Yes.
Okay.
And you have put 2 and 2 together.
Okay.
All right. Any other conversations that you guys want to have? Any role play that you guys are going to do on the way back? What plans? Like what's going to happen?
Yeah, I'll probably go ahead and message my contact. This is probably information they already have now that I'm stopping to really think about it, but I'll tell them about the crew of the Bastard Star, and this is probably information that S already
Possibly.
knows.
So you talk about you mentioned.
Given the fact that it was S that decided to say, "Hey, this was all part of S's idea."
Yeah.
Or one of S's ideas, I should say.
So you now know S now knows about Saren, Luca, Ranga, and Harold. Did you mention Harold or not?
Just plain old Harold.
Yeah. Coin flip. Coin flip.
Matt, just so you know, Morgan does a lot
When in
of
doubt.
coin flips, and we love it. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's like
Awesome.
his thing.
No, I don't mention Harold.
Okay. Just curious. All right, so you guys. Sarah,
Oh, hold on. So I would like to like whenever we camp for the night, I'm going to obviously like whenever I'm like getting ready to go to sleep, like I'm not gonna sleep in all my gear, so I'm gonna take off my gear, but like obviously, like okay, that little like I'm reminded of how like the chest or whatever abdomen pain or whatever it was like. So I'm going to like make sure that like my back is turned to everybody and then like take off my shirt and look.
so it's kind of hard to see from the angle of looking down at it, but what you see, and it's already like a healed over scar,
Mm-hmm.
branded on your torso is a scale with a skull on one side and a hourglass on the other side. You know this to be the symbol of Astraltpia. You get
Okay.
the sense that your deal was heard.
Okay. I am going to probably ask Saren to like take a better look at it with me because obviously like I'm looking down at it, so like I want to be double check, be sure that's what I'm seeing. So I would call over Saren and just be like, "Hey, can you come take a look at this?"
Saren takes a look at your torso, and hold on, let me see here. What languages does she speak? She cannot read the words that are written on, like, in this brand.
Would I recognize the
What
language?
languages do you speak?
Even though it like at a weird angle. I speak Common, Elvish, Goblin, Tendrelli.
You cannot read this.
Okay.
Oh God. It's not
I'm
deep
going
speech,
to-
is it?
I'm going to kind of roll my eyes for a second because obviously we're trying to figure this thing out and what it says. Because if obviously Saren's going to point out that there's writing but she can't read it. So I'm going to be like, Vega,
Yes,
would you come look at this for me, please?
I suppose so. And I'll approach. What exactly am I looking at, Hansley?
This brand on my chest, there is writing on it. Can
Okay.
you read it?
DM, can I read this?
What languages do you speak?
Oh boy, I speak Common, Deep Speech, Elvis, and Tandrelli is technically the Common, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Yep. So Tandrelli, Deep Speech, and Elvish.
You cannot.
Okay. I'm sorry, Hansley. I have no idea what this says.
All right, I'll find a linguist at some point. I would look over at Harold for a second and then just like, no, because I'm going to spare Harold's innocence, and then put my shirt back.
That's adorable. Actually,
I'm not gonna- I'm not going to flash Harold my boobs, even though the rest of the party has seen them now.
That's fair.
Oh, they're old news. They're old news. No, I'm kidding.
Damn.
Wow.
Hansley, you're going to get yourself killed doing this. You know that, right?
I lived a good life. Hold on. How old am I? I totally forgot how old I am. 100 and something?
Probably over 100. I was going to say, you said you were over 100.
Yeah, I'm like 100 and something. Oops, hold on. 100 and... It doesn't say... Oh. I didn't write it down.
I say it should be a
Like
background.
100 and something. Yeah, it's not... for some reason, it's not showing up, so...
Well, now you
I
can
forgot to write
make it canon right now. How old are you?
So let's see. So she's like in her early 20s, technically. But obviously for an elf, she's probably like 200.
Okay.
We'll call it an even 200.
Yeah. Still young. Still young. So,
Yeah,
anything
yeah.
else that you
Great.
guys want to discuss, do while you're on the road?
Yeah, I'm probably still not done talking with Hansley.
Oh, okay.
And I'd say to her, your people live for an extremely long amount of time. And yet here you are, throwing yourselves headlong into a fight we know nothing about. Why?
I believe it to be a noble cause.
You're a
If it's
smuggler.
something that
You're
I can...
You're a thief. Why do you care about nobility?
I wish to do something more with my life. And if I die saving the world, or attempting to, then maybe my name will go down in the history books. Maybe it won't. But at least I'll know that I did something right. For once. That, and I guess it's in my blood. My people have fought for a lot of different reasons over the times that we've existed, since we were created first before humans were. We've always had a sense of fighting for causes that may seem stupid.
He'll kind of just shake his head. You better get some rest.
Yes, that branding kind of hurt. So we mark off a long rest.
And as you drift off into sleep, you can all mark off a long rest. As you've gotten a good night's sleep, you
Take a long rest.
You wake up in the morning, you finish your trek into New Liran, and the busy streets of New Liran, it's the same as it's always been, you know, people going about their day, going to their jobs, going to the market, people going to the college. You make your way up into the to where the palace is, where the Bastard Star is docked, and Saren pulls the Land Cruiser up into the cargo bay of the Bastard Star, and hops out and is greeted by an unfamiliar sight. Luca comes around the corner and he says, "Oh, Saren, I want you to meet an old friend of mine. This is Zarkan."
Are we all there?
Yes, everyone's here.
Harold instantly hidden steps. Instantly, the minute he sees this lizard folk.
Oh yeah, Saren's got her hand on her pistol.
Harold, I also
How
need to
many
mark-
points?
I just roll my eyes.
Okay.
I just roll my eyes.
So much
Why
eye
are you
rolling.
all so suspicious?
And while I'm invisible, I just kind of like whisper in Saren's ear and just go theocracy.
So, Zarkan, who you see before you, you see an astral elf with kind of like bluish skin and long black hair, and she's wearing very comfortable looking like traveling clothes. There's a bronze
and the light blue jacket of the Bastard Star.
Oh, that's right, and a light blue jacket that kind of matches the jacket of the Bastard Star.
Oh.
You also see a bronze dragonborn. Do you say bronze or copper?
Bronze.
Bronze. A bronze dragonborn and he's wearing. Actually, I don't think you've ever described what he was wearing.
More. He probably changed out of whatever clothes he was wearing prior, and he's probably just now in the cloak of displacement. And I don't know. Probably some kind of loose-fitting pants, like stuff that you would imagine a monk would wear. Something that's, not very restrictive.
Good. I thought he can Winnie the Pooh in it.
No, gosh, no. Something he can bend and twist in. And there's probably, as far as his shirt goes, he's probably just wearing something just like torn up and just like a cut off of some kind.
Okay. You also see a half elven, possibly full elven woman with red hair. She's got tattoos. This is the woman that Luca addressed as Saren. And then there's also a panda-like creature called a Pandrax. He's standing there. He's also wearing something similar to what Vega would be wearing. Very comfortable, loose-fitting clothes. Very monkish, but a lighter color. The Vega wears darker colors, and Arduan, the Pandrax, wears lighter colors. And then, well, for a split second, you thought you saw a furbolg, but maybe you didn't. How long does that last again?
It lasts until the start of my next turn or until I attack, make a damage roll, or force someone to make a saving throw.
I'm going to say that probably right about now, a furbolg materializes kind of behind Saren's shoulder.
Oh.
And seems to be whispering conspiratorially in her ear.
Well, I hidden step again. I can do it twice.
So this furbolg materializes and then vanishes again.
And this time I kind of hide behind the Land Cruiser.
So
I'm just like fucking with your head right now.
You guys have now met. Any conversations that's going to happen before Saren takes over and asks Luca what the hell is going on?
Hold up. Who does Luca introduce him?
Yeah, he introduced him as Zarkan. He said he knew him.
Oh, okay. So Astryn obviously is gonna be like, she's suspicious of him because he's a lizard folk, and she's got her hand on her pistol still, even though Luca seems to know him, but at the same time, she's very weary of him. So she goes, Zarkan, isn't that a type of cold medicine?
I'm not aware of a cold medicine.
She's just trying to get any sort of read out of this guy.
Being fresh from just getting out, not really knowing that much of anything outside of just being a conscript for the theology, lacks any actual context of most of the world around him. So
she's going to take his dumbfounded.
Yeah. The sarcasm goes right over his head. Is there any sort of symbolic item that the theology would never destroy that my character could somehow prove that?
So the theocracy is worshippers of two very particular gods, and their emblem of the theocracy is probably a combination of the two. And because I think you described yourself as still wearing kind of like a partial, when we were building your character, you described him as kind of still wearing that same style of armor. So I would imagine that if you didn't necessarily take that emblem off, that it would still be there.
So that's what I would do, is just point to that, and then I just say I'm now free of the theocracy.
Astryn's very suspicious of you, but she'll relax for now.
Luca can...
Jacob.
Yeah.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I've been going through my character. Apparently, as a Storm Sorcerer level 1, I can speak, write, and read Primordial. Does that at all affect what I could read off of Astryn?
Actually, yes. So
yeah, apparently level 1, I can speak, write, and read Primordial.
Oh, well.
It allows me to understand all 4 different dialects. I don't know if your world has the different dialects of Primordial.
No, just Primordial. Keep things simple. So we'll jump back to when you looked at.
We don't have to do that. We could be like, maybe Vega's like, hold on a second, I recognize words.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Or you can just give me the information and I'll choose to say whether it is or not. Maybe I lied. Maybe I lied straight to Astryn's face.
Yeah, and you know what? Yeah, you probably you could have. So yeah, we'll continue on and we'll discuss that later.
Sorry.
No, you're good. So Luca's gonna step in. He can kind of read the room and be like, "Look, guys, I understand that you're all very weary and suspicious of any lizard folk, especially one who just came from the theocracy, but for those of you who don't know," and he looks at pretty much everyone who's not Saren and Renga and Zarkan, "I served in the theocracy years ago. I left because I was tired of the cruelty. Zarkan did the same thing. He just did it a few years later. Zarkan's a good dude, which brings me to my question for Saren. He'd like to try to get a job aboard the ship. You know we got space for one more."
Vega just kind of shrugs.
Harold, how are you feeling?
You know, Harold is pretty close to pissing his pants right now. He's like peering behind the what are we calling it?
The Land Cruiser.
Land Cruiser. He's like peering around the Land Cruiser, trying to get a read on this lizard folk guy. And he's kind of looking at Luca a little differently now that he knows that he was too. So he's kind of warring in his mind as to what to do. So he's going to cautiously come out from behind the Land Cruiser and go up to Saren. And he's just going to say, "Saren, I trust your judgment. You're a very great judge of character. But I do ask, please, vet him well to make sure he is not a spy and will not harm those around him."
Saren is going to look at you, Zarkan, and she's going to say, "Luca, show Zarkan to the common room. I will be there in a minute. I'm going to discuss with our passengers what their plan is next. And then I will be in there in a few minutes to interview him and make sure that he is on the level. I trust you, Luca, but I will ask that you not be a part of that conversation." Luca nods. Zarkan, Luca's going to escort you into the common room where you guys were chit-chatting earlier. And I'm going to ask my players, everybody else now, what's your plan?
Astryn's gonna pipe up and she looks over at Vega and goes, "Well, somebody is getting a little impatient. So I think we should go back to Rispaston. I will face Ralzakon if I must. Ardawan, how do you feel about that?"
Well, I've told you already. If you want to take me back to Rispaston and turn me into Ralzakon, I'm on board with it. That's the decision that you've made. I understand that I've done my part in this and told you all the information that I can to help guide you to the right path of becoming a gatekeeper. Mr. Vega, I understand that you have a job to do to ensure that this one here does the job that she was supposed to do. But I implore you to take heed of the conversation that we had and give it some thought. And there's a little twinkle in his eye as he says this.
Vega will just kind of narrow his gaze at him just a little bit. Not menacingly, just a little.
Okay.
Very well.
I'm afraid, Ardawan, that Ralzakon may have ulterior motives, as I have mentioned before. He may not necessarily kill you right away. He may torture you first. I'm getting the feeling that he may be on the side of Craystar.
Harold at this point is going to look at all of you guys because he hasn't heard of this Ralzakon. He wasn't a part of that conversation. So he's just going to look at you guys and go, what is this talk of killing Ardawan? What?
Well, Harold, my dear friend, Ralzakon is a very nasty gangster lord that lives on the planet where I was marooned for some time. And I may or may not have fallen into some shady deals with him and owed him a lot of money. Basically, my life. And my redemption was to bring Arduan to Ralzakon. I don't know his intentions necessarily, but knowing Ralzakon, as much as I do know about him, Ralzakon may use Arduan for information and then kill him. Or, if
DM.
anything, feed him to the wild beasts.
Yes.
DM, do I know what Ralzakon is going to do with him?
I'm going to have you roll a...
Oh god, please don't fail me.
an insight check or a history check?
Insight. Oh god, insight. Let's freaking go. That's a 19.
Okay. So, you don't know exactly what Ralzakon's plans are with Arduan, but what you do know of Ralzakon and his organization, and the dealings and the ties that they have, and with whom they have those ties with, you can surmise that Arduan... The possibility of Arduan being tortured is probably... It's not an impossibility, but you think it's actually kind of low. You think that he's a very valuable person, given the fact that he can divine, and the fact that he does seem to have some sort of knowledge about deities and the inner workings of those deities.
Okay.
Who you hold allegiance to would find him very valuable as well. So you think that
chances are he's not going to die.
Yeah, you don't think he's necessarily going to die, but being enslaved in some sort of like... You're not like forced to work and labor, but you're definitely not leaving this place.
Okay. I don't say that to any of them.
I didn't think so.
I then chime into Harold again, obviously mentioning that, and be like, there is a possibility, my tall friend, that I may also become a either one of his victims or one of his slave girls.
So now, if I'm understanding correctly, you owe this Razokon a lot of money, correct?
Yes.
And in payment, instead of money, they want Arduan, or could it be either?
From the sounds of it, Ralzakon would prefer Arduan, but 60,000 gold pieces is a lot of money.
Well, I have lived a lot of years and have some rare artifacts, like books that you've seen, which could be worth some money. And I do also believe that Vega, sir, are you the one trying to bring them to Razokon then?
Yes. It's part of my job.
And you work for this man?
I do.
Why, might I ask? Do you owe him a debt, or is this out of choice?
We can say that Hansley's not the only one who has leverage over.
I see. Now, something you all might not know about me, and this might help if we had to come up with a plan. I'm very good with different poisons and chemicals. I'm very good with biochemistry. And I do have some poisons that wouldn't kill you, but make it seem as though you are dead. We could potentially give this to Ardawan, and Razokon would stop going after him if he believes him to be dead. You go limp, you can't swallow a talk, and it lowers your heart rate to an unrecognizable number. No one can tell that your heart is beating.
I forgot you had that.
Yes, I do. It's called ventricle, and that is an option if we need to think of other ways for you all to get out of this situation.
No one's getting out of this situation.
Says you.
Ardawan will go to Rousakon.
And if he doesn't?
Then I guarantee you Rousakon will see us all dead.
I do not believe any one man has that much ability or power over others.
Vega shakes his head and he says, if you believe Rousakon is simply one man, you are sadly mistaken.
Yes, well, there are creatures in this world much more powerful than he that none of you are even aware of.
We'll see.
That might not be Harold speaking in
Vega knows. Vega knows. So Rousakon. That's all I'm going to say. Vega knows exactly where Rousakon is.
Yeah.
Also, Astryn, you probably know what Rousakon is. You've seen Rousakon. You've spoken to Rousakon. You're very well aware of the fact that he's a freaking... he's a beholder.
Oh, yeah. I've had his slimy, pervy tentacles all over me, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to look at Harold and say, you are more than welcome to come with us if you believe that you can be of some help.
Well...
You are a valuable asset.
I could definitely be of some help, but I do know one other being that would come in handy if things go south, per se.
Well noted.
And the lizard man?
Lizard man
his allegiance will
clearly works for the theocracy, or did at one point. There is no doubt.
I don't care who he works for. I want to know why he's here.
Well, you would have to ask him for that information.
Actually, we already established why he's here, didn't we? I feel like we
kinda.
We not?
The conversation was had of him like
escaping the theocracy, but not really much more than that.
Right.
I mean, he's in the other room.
I'm just gonna be like, his allegiance will be tested shortly.
So long as he doesn't get in the way, I don't mind. Another set of eyes on this might be helpful.
So we're going to Raspaston?
As much as I would hate to, I would also like to find my ship. So, Raspaston it is.
Morgan's flipping a coin.
Ooh.
Again! This is like the third time.
Yeah, this is like the third time.
Not the first time for Vega, though, to make impulse decisions like this. He's about to make another one. And he says, Hansley, how sure are you of this whole plan to save the universe, all of this? Ardawan seems dead set in his mind that this is something that I will experience, something I have to face. Are you dead set on this? No going back, no half measures.
I am.
I will see what I can do to prevent Rousakon from injuring, harming, maiming, or enslaving Ardawan.
I would much appreciate that.
I will take you to the Zalafna Monastery, and we might be able to learn more about whatever this is.
What is?
This thing with the gods. Sorry, Morgan's forgotten the big
Craystar.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, Craystar. This Craystar creature. The god. The escaped god Craystar.
I will.
And this thing about being gatekeepers.
I will narrow my eyes a little bit at Vega. Not like, kind of like an inquisitive, really type of look, and just be, you would help us.
Yes. I'll help. Only
Thank you.
see what Ardawan is talking about when he says, I have some part to play in this.
This temple is on Raspaston?
We're going to Rousakon, right?
Yes, if you're going to Rousakon,
Rousakon,
then yes, it's Raspaston.
Then I nod and say
if
yes.
you're talking about the temple that is Esco 5.
My monastery is...
Yeah,
my monastery is...
It's on Esco 5.
away.
Oh, okay. So it's on a different planet. So we should probably go to Raspath.
It's not even on a planet. Vega will tell you that it's on... that my monastery was established at the intersection where two moons had collided with one another. The force of each other's gravity kind of keeping them in a pseudo stable position.
That's cool.
And he'll tell you that's where he trained. He trained in these varying gravity fields among these two half destroyed moons.
Bastion's going to say, I do believe that this Ralzakon deal does need to be taken care of. Mostly so he doesn't send more people who are a little less forgiving than you, Vega, after us. And you've shown yourself at least semi-caring. And I wouldn't want to see you get hurt either. Or enslaved.
I think at this point, Vega's going to kind of sink into his robe a little bit so that it's way harder to see him. And then I think DM at this point, he's going to shapeshift.
Okay.
So I kind of wrap myself up in my cloak and I shapeshift so that no one can see me do this. And I'll make myself look like an astral elf, just like Astryn here.
Okay. Does this astral elf have a name?
Not yet. And when I'm all done transforming, I'll pull back my hood and reveal that I don't look like a bronze dragonborn anymore.
Astryn is going to be a little taken back and just say, that's a plan.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode. Wait.
Yes!
Somebody was about to say something.
I did have one question. Yeah, I have one question for Saren real fast.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, so, Saren, when we get to Raspath, even if we are met with some backlash from Ralzakon and his mob, would you be willing to help me rescue one of his slaves?
I can try. I mean, I hate slavery just as much as the next person, well, the next normal person does.
Her name is Saya. Or Saya.
Saya?
Yeah, Saya.
All right.
And she's a dear friend of mine.
All right. Yeah, well, I don't know my involvement in this whole Ralzakon scheme, but I will take you to Raspath like I promised, and I'll see what I can do with my new crew member, and we'll talk about it, and Luke and I will come up with a plan, and if you've got any ideas, you could pitch me some too for this rescue. But yeah, I'm not opposed to helping.
It's probably at this time that Vega will start to walk off and head to his own ship. And he says, I will meet you at Ralzakon's hideout.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Dude, that was epic.
Cool.
Hey,
Let's go!
Harold was getting kind of ballsy there. Oh my goodness.
Harold was getting very ballsy.
Harold knows something you don't know.
Considering Harold, well, Vega knows shit that other people don't know. I'm sure Astryn knows stuff that I don't know. Everybody knows something when somebody else doesn't know.
We all have secrets.
Yeah, Harold was getting ball. Yeah, Harold was getting.
Yeah, normally he's meek, but he stands up for certain things.
I didn't catch it at first, and then all of a sudden he wasn't stuttering.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And I went, oh.
Yeah, you caught on to that afterwards, didn't you?
Yeah, I was like, oh shit,
he lost his stutter. It was not him.
Oh, I noticed.
Yep, Harold always stutters.
I did not notice that.
He wasn't stuttering then, so.
I was about to say that's very bold for Harold to speak to Vega like that, considering he saw Vega murder somebody.
Yeah,
but
I don't
Harold
know.
Doesn't know that he just
because I didn't see the was it a cane, a saber? What was it?
Yeah,
that he had. Yeah, I didn't see you holding that, did I?
It was
No.
a cane. Yeah.
No.
Actually, I think it's still equipped on me, so probably it's possible. Let's take a look.
Oh.
Yeah, it's actually still equipped on me, so yeah, probably would have had it out.
Oh, well, did I? Because I thought I talked to Saren.
So there you go.
So, well, you had a conversation with Saren about the murder that you have witnessed, but that was it. You haven't seen the cane, the sword cane.
Oh, okay.
But you knew what's his name had it though, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rah-rah.
Shithead and rah-rah.
I love that name.
Shithead.
Ooh, okay. DM, almighty DM.
Yes.
Can I have a behind-the-scenes move from Astryn?
A behind-the-scenes move? What do you mean?
Behind-the-scenes move. So, like, when we get onto the ship, right, and we start to get ready to leave, right, she's going to go back to her quarters and change her jacket from the Bastard Star jacket back to her New Republic jacket.
The black one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to see if it makes the lizard folk nervous.
Oh God.
All right. Awesome. So, thank you guys for joining us for another round here at the Groggy Donkey. Please follow us on social media. We're on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Like, comment, please subscribe, and definitely, like I said, comments. We'd love to hear from our audience and see how you guys are feeling about this, what you guys like. But yeah, do all the stuff to let us know that you like us.
iHeartRadio.
Yeah, we're
Apple
on
Podcasts.
We're on Spotify, Podbean, iHeartRadio, YouTube. Go on there, check us out, and tell all your friends about us. And let's welcome. Let's make sure you guys give a big welcome to Matt, aka Space Viking. If you guys are interested, Space Viking is his handle that he goes by. He's a very talented artist. I think I've mentioned it before on the show, but check out.
I saw him streaming on Twitch. I saw
check
him.
out his artwork.
I seen
and give him some
You done
love.
did seen
You
it.
seen it?
I seen it. I done did seen it, my friend. I done did seen it.
But until we meet again, stay groggy, everyone.